You're watching Two Button Crew.
Your daily Nintendo fandom.
I'm Scott.
And I'm Simeon.
Today we present you with the top 10 worst gimmicks of Nintendo. They're all tied for worst.
They're all tied for worst. They're all terrible.
Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
Pretty much that's true though.
Yeah. I would agree. These are gimmicks that Nintendo uses to try and make stuff cool or cooler than it actually is. And it's just like, why? There's no purpose.
I'm kind of surprised we made it 297 episodes without talking about gimmicks of Nintendo's yet. They get criticized for gimmicks a lot, and during a time when the NX is about to be announced, some people are hoping for something unique to set it apart from the competitors. Some people are just hoping they will stick to the basics. So, whatever the case, we hope that they don't repeat any of these monumental mistakes.
Yes.
Starting with the DS microphone.
Yeah.
Horribly underused.
Blue!
Blue! That's exactly right, man. Playing Brain Age, played it a ton, like every day, getting the age of my brain with my papa for homeschool. And we both just struggled with that word. Maybe we should have... It was made in Japan, right?
Yeah.
Should have tried brew.
Bro!
But...
That is so terrible. We're gonna get our surveys back, and they're gonna be saying, "Can Scott please be more culturally sensitive?"
Yeah, our viewer surveys that people can find in the description.
Yeah,
they can fill it out while they listen to the rest of this episode. All right, so that was pretty horrible, and in like 90% of games, it was blowing the microphone, which got old within a few days of the DS being out.
Yeah.
So.
Alongside of that, we have two other things that were similar, but at least they weren't built into the system. And that was the Mario Party mic that I think was only used for Mario Party 7. I could be wrong.
Oh, and Odama.
Oh, and Odama. I totally forgot about that.
Crazy story.
Story time.
Knew a man who did audio work. And I saw on his portfolio, because our company was considering working with him, that he had done work for Nintendo. So immediately I emailed him and said, "What have you done for Nintendo?" And he made sound bites for Odama, like the Warriors sound bites, like "charge" and stuff like that.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
I totally forgot that game existed, and I really don't know anything about it other than it exists.
Right.
And it sounds like
pinball and war and microphones. Okay.
And anyway, and Hey You Pikachu alongside of that, and it just didn't work.
Hey You, I had fun with that.
I know you had fun with that, but you could say anything into that mic and it could be right or wrong.
Yeah.
I was so frustrated with it.
All right, let's talk about the weather and the news channels for the Nintendo Wii. These got a lot of publicity from Nintendo leading up to the release of the Wii, and they had a vision for the Wii that changing its channels would be as fast as doing so on a TV. And they didn't even come close.
No.
If they had, people might have used the Wii as one of their primary sources for news and weather. I don't know. I mean, especially before smartphones.
Yeah.
These days, not a chance.
Nope.
But back in 2006, they had a chance if it was a little bit faster. In any case, they really advertised just how fun it was to spin the world of the news.
Whee!
Yeah. They're like, you don't even need to look at the news. It's just so fun. You grab it and you release it. And
now this is something that the other consoles have recently tried to do as well, right? Because they, Xbox One, didn't they market it as like the all-in-one box?
Yeah.
Where you do everything. You watch your TV, you get your news, you watch Netflix, you play your games,
like
all there.
The media center.
That's not going to happen, people. It's just not. I put the Motion Plus on here because it's just... Okay, here's the thing. When the Wii came out, we thought in our minds, even though we didn't know exactly what to expect, we were thinking, I move, the thing on the screen moves. We were disappointed that it was not even close to that. The Motion Plus should have fixed all those problems. It just did not.
Yeah.
It was like, it helped in some areas, but it made other areas worse. I don't know. I put this on here because to me the Motion Plus is just a real disappointment. Not that it didn't make things better, but it should have already been that way to begin with, and when it came out it just made things different, maybe a little bit better, but didn't fix all the problems.
I see. Alright, here's a big gimmick, the Gamecube Handle. Dear goodness.
When I saw that I was like, wait, what's the Gamecube Handle? And I'm
you did?
Yeah, at first, and I was like, because I totally forgot that it was on there.
Well, did you read my blog post about the NX and the...
I haven't yet.
Oh!
That's depressing, I know.
Oh! Yeah, that would have reminded you.
Yeah.
Go check out our blog, twobuttoncrew.com/blog.
Yes.
Got some great posts there. But the Gamecube Handle was very pointless. It wasn't a portable.
Yeah.
So...
And that's how I got the nickname the Lunchbox, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. That's so dumb. Why? Anyway, the next one is the Ereader.
Oh, Simeon.
I know, I'm offending you like
Hold
left
your
and
face
right.
out. Hold your face
See,
out.
I put,
Hold your face out.
Ah! So far, the 3 things I've put up here, you're like, what? I like those.
I did owe you a slap, right?
You did,
Okay.
yes.
I just felt that would be a good time to do it.
Yes. The e-reader was a thing, if you don't remember, that you stuck on your Game Boy Advance that was huge, and you slid your Pokemon cards, and they did something in the game.
And your e-reader, unique, specific cards.
Yeah. It had specific cards that you slide in the e-reader, and you can either like get power-ups for your games or slide 20 cards, and then you can play an old broken NES game.
This is like story time with Uncle Scott and Uncle Simeon.
Yes.
There were cards with barcodes that you slid in something you plugged into your Game Boy Advance, like 5 cards to an NES game.
Yeah.
So I remember playing Balloon Fight that way. Thought it was pretty cool.
It's cool in the moment, like when you first hear it, you're like, oh, that's cool. Right. And then like in practice, it wasn't.
I agree with that because it's kind of like getting AR cards with your 3DS. You just don't end up carrying cards around with you.
No.
All right, the Me from Photo Technology.
Yeah.
Take a photo, get a Me. That technology is not all it's supposed to be. In fact, we made a lot of fun of it.
Yes.
On our Nintendo prank call.
Yes, go and check that video out. Scott complained to Nintendo about how terrible it worked. So, yes. It just doesn't look anything like you. Like, well, this wasn't just present in the DS line, but in Miitomo. Yeah. If you wanted to make your Me from scratch, we talked about this, and I ended up being black, and we're gonna leave it there because Scott said.
And I ended up being Brew.
Yeah. Once again, I was gonna say Scott said something culturally insensitive.
Right. I did get to inform a Nintendo employee that Miitomo was in development, though, on the phone. Prank call, that was fun.
Yeah. They didn't know. Okay, going way old school, Rob and the Power Glove. Now the Rob was actually something that was a selling point to the NES in North America. Like at first, like people were like, oh, this is like a toy that I can play with. There's a robot and he plays my games with me. That's cool and all, but it was terrible. And everybody knows it's terrible. And the Power Glove, do we even have to go there?
It's bad.
It's so bad.
All right. If this was ranked, this might be the worst of the worst. I don't know. The Vitality Sensor. This failed unreleased peripheral was announced to complete silence at an E3 press conference because Nintendo didn't say what it was going to do in the game. It was going to sense your heartbeat, but go ahead and try coming up with a gameplay application for that. We've tried, Nintendo tried, and they gave up. That's right. So that would have just Imagine playing a video game with something clamped to your finger and having fun.
That doesn't sound like
Imagine
fun.
that world.
Yeah. It's an imaginary world that Nintendo thought up. Hey, usually those are pretty great. This one wasn't.
Yeah.
Okay, when you think of gimmicky things that people try to sell as peripherals for video games, like one of the first things that come to my mind are those stupid Nerf things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like, whatever you snap your Wiimote into.
Whatever
basically.
you snap your Wiimote into. And guess what? Nintendo made one and released the Wii Wheel.
Yeah.
It looked cool because it had the Wii logo on the back.
Right.
And the B button was different. It gave you a little trigger for it.
Yep. You know what I didn't like about that is they had trained us to steer it like this. With the buttons facing up.
Yeah.
In Excite Truck.
Excite Truck was like that.
Then they came out with something they had to hold differently and use a trigger for one of the buttons and stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm Team Excite Truck. You can be on Team Mario Kart Wii if you want.
I'm on Team both because I like Mario Kart Wii. I know you didn't,
But not the Wii Wheel, huh?
Not the Wii Wheel. It's like I said. It reminds me of those stupid Nerf things that are like $5. That are like, oh, I should buy this for my grandkid. He has a Wii.
Did you get your ear pierced?
No. Does it look like it?
Yeah. Congrats. Big step.
Oh man.
All right. Comment below what is the gimmicky of them all.
Most gimmicky
Comments
gimmick
on the wall. What is the gimmicky of them all?
And it might be something that's a peripheral. It might be part of a game. Like Mario 64's face grabber thing. That was a pretty great gimmick.
I gotcha.
But anyway.
Good points, man.
Don't forget to give us a thumbs up.
And we've got a viewer survey for you to let us know how we can improve this channel. Just be completely honest.
Tell Scott that he's culturally insensitive.
Yes. And that would be correct. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being part of the crew.
See you, bro.